Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse Juan here. Today is Tuesday, June 11th, listen to me, 2019. I was a few years off there, right? So absolutely, it's really, really nice today. There's a nice breeze. We're in the 60s. Not bad at all. Partly sunny, so not a bad day. Not a bad day. So I wanted to get into this topic today, and I thought this was kind of interesting. I was watching different things, and it's talking about students across the globe are leaving school and they're protesting global warming, or actually climate change. They call it climate change now. They don't call it global warming anymore. So I had to laugh at this because this is true predictive programming. Okay, they have been brainwashed into thinking that this is what is happening because they're being inundated with this type of nonsense constantly. When in reality, we are headed into a grand solar minimum and the planet is actually cooling down. And that has been proven as well. So, and there's a lot of different channels. Oppenheimer Ranch Project is a great channel that talks about that information and stuff like that. So, but I saw this and I was just really, really laughing because it's like, they have been brainwashed into, we got to do something. We got to save the planet. The reality is, guys, let's be realistic here for a second. We are fleas on a cat's back with the planet. When the planet is done with us, the planet's been around for 4 billion years or better, 4.5 billion years. And we have been here, maybe 100,000, maybe 200,000 years. That's it. So, we are just something that's in the way. When the planet is done with us, it will squash us like a bug, and it has done so in many instances. When you have, earthquakes going off, like what different times that have happened in Mexico City, the planet doesn't care what people are there. The planet's going to do what the planet is going to do. When you have flooding and all that type of stuff, the planet does not care. Again, very strange weather we've been having, obviously. And that's all correlated with, actually it was a couple of things. It's going into a grand solar minimum and also the pole shift. So those are definitely two things that are affecting the weather. Definitely we're going into a cycle. See, and this is what I want you guys to remember something, okay? The planet has gone in cycles for billions of years. They have proven that we have gone into several different ice ages, and we've been in other periods where it's very, very warm. And it's basically when the dinosaurs were killed off, it was because an asteroid hit the Earth and it cooled the planet down and put us into an ice age. And that lasted for quite a while, so it killed off all the dinosaurs because they were, obviously more warm weather creatures. But to think that little tiny us human beings are having this huge drastic effect and we're destroying the planet, it's actually laughable, to be honest with you. I'm sure we're not helping with pollutants and stuff like that, don't get me wrong. But the thing is, the planet will take care of us in due time, and then it will heal itself. For the planet doesn't care about a billion years. In a billion years, once it kills us all off, it will just go ahead and heal itself. And it may take time. It could take, like I said, it could take a billion years. The planet don't care about that. It will heal itself. And it'll be nice and green again, and it'll be lovely, and we won't be here. So when I see these protesters out there protesting climate change, now remember they had to change the title of that. It used to be global warming, and when Al Gore and all those yahoos were talking, the planet's going to do this, and all the ice caps are going to be gone by such and such date, well, they're not. And actually, the ice is extending now. It's getting longer again. So, the planet is definitely cooling down. We're probably, it is amazing when you see these different things that are going on. And they try to blame it on, cow farts, for an example. Oh, there's too much methane. That's the problem, blah, 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 blah. Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Animals have been around this planet for a long, long time. New species start, old species die off. We are not affecting that. That's just a cycle of life. That's what happens. It's very arrogant, again, of human beings to think, number one, that we can change anything that happens with Mother Nature, that we can have any kind of influence on what goes on with the planet, or trying to save this species or that species. Species die out, guys. It happens all the time. It's part of the cycle of stuff. That's like, that's why there's no more dinosaurs, because they died off and new things came in and took their place. And that's what happens. Right now, human beings are the dominant species on the planet, but that won't be forever. Maybe we'll evolve. Maybe we will, perfect space travel, and we will move on and colonize other planets and stuff like that. But, that's if we don't destroy ourselves first. But even if we did, let's say, okay, let's do a scenario. We destroy ourselves with a nuclear war, okay? Nuclear war comes, it destroys us, everything is gone. Well, the planet's going to heal. Like I said, a billion years for the planet don't care. A billion years, no big deal. It'll take some time, but things will get better, and it'll heal. We won't be here anymore. It's our own stupidity, to be honest with you, our own arrogance. That'll be the downfall of human beings. To think that we can control everything and have complete and utter control, it's nonsense. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Do I advocate hurting the planet and destroying things? No, of course not. But it's just, if you can live a simpler, happy, more enjoyable life, I absolutely think that that's an awesome thing to do. But to think that because of cows farting, that we're causing the planet we're having climate change. That's nonsense, absolute nonsense. Like I said, the planet goes in cycles. That's what happens, and we are in actually the beginning of a downward trend to colder temperatures. That is going to happen. Up here in New York, we've had a much colder spring than we normally do. I mean, I know some places in the United States are warmer, but not up here. If you ask anybody in the Northeast, it has not been a warm spring at all. I think we hit 80 the other day. I think that was the second time that we've hit 80 this year. We're in the middle of June, so we have not had that. And then we got the summer solstice coming up here. June 21st will be the first day of summer, and we sure haven't had summer-like temperatures. And like this whole week, the temperatures maybe mid-70s as highs or low 70s. So that's not exactly global warming. So the people that try to trout that and trump that and say it's all an agenda, guys. Again, it all comes down to they want to control everything that you do. They're going to try to control you and tell you what and how to do it. And with predictive programming, with the stuff that's being put out in the media and on television, again, why do you think that they call it programming? Because they're having these younger people. They're going after the young people, guys. That's the reality of it. They're going after the young people to influence their minds with social media and all this type of stuff, and they're inundating stuff all the time, okay? So when people see this constant bombardment of different things, if you see something long enough, you start to believe it. I mean, that's proven fact. So, or if people say a lie enough times, they actually start to believe that lie, and other people will join them in that lie. That is the reality of that. So these things happen, and it's amazing how people are bamboozled, and again, they don't want us to think. That's the whole thing. They want to do the thinking for us, tell us what we should think, tell us what we should do, tell us how to live our lives, and we're supposed to go, yeah, you know what, that sounds like a great idea, I think I'll go along with that. So absolutely insanity. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys real quick, last night Heather had gone to St. John Fisher last summer for a week. They had a program for kids that were really, really smart, that they could take a week in the summer and go and learn the whole college process and how to do interviews and how to do paperwork and how to get support and help for college. Okay, so they cherry picked all these kids. Her and one other girl from the school that she's in now were the two that went to this program. And obviously it's the ultimate goal for the U of R is to get a lot of these kids to go to the U of R because they want the best and the brightest. Not the U of R, I'm sorry, St. John Fisher. So they want the best and the brightest, okay? So they had last night was like the end of the thing dinner, where now like obviously all these kids are getting ready to graduate. Like Heather's last day of school is on Monday, and in the north we start school in September and finish it in June. It's always been that way. The kids that have their Regents test are all after that, like the next week after that. Heather already had her test because she's on all the AP courses. So the advanced kids already did all their tests in May. So she's basically just winding it down, finishing up the school year. Anyway, so we went to this end of the thing dinner last night. Really, really nice. You know, St. John Fisher did an awesome job. Great program out there. They really want to help the kids. And they don't even care if the kids go to their college or not. They just want to see the kids excel and do better and to be able to use those brains that they have, those kids that are the advanced kids. And so, it was a really, really nice thing. We didn't get home till late. It was a long day, but it was a really good thing, and I was glad that we were able to be a part of it. So somebody asked me, I should tell them every day what we've collected eggs-wise. So today I pulled out 4 eggs today. My other hens, my younger ones, the white and black ones, they are not full grown yet, so they really haven't started laying yet. Once they start laying, because I have 4 other hens, and then so I basically have 9 hens altogether. 5 of them are really not laying yet, but when they all start laying, we'll probably get a lot more eggs at that point. But so that's what we pulled out eggs-wise today. But I'm going to show you the trees and the breeze that we got going up here. It's absolutely beautiful. It's really, really comfortable, and so just working on some stuff around the homestead today, but not going super all out. Kind of having a cut, because I was actually yesterday I started cramping up really, really bad yesterday, and it wasn't Charlie horses like in my calf. It was up in my hamstring. So I'm like, I better have a little bit easier day. So I did a couple things today, but nothing super major, low key. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here from now. I definitely want to hear your feedback on this topic, so please in the comments let me know what you think. Global warming, yes or no? What do you think? You think of all these kids protesting? Are they legitimately concerned, or have they been brainwashed into thinking this is actually the reality? So I definitely want to hear what you guys have to say. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That's important to remember. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. That's really, really important, because we just never know. So to tell the people that you care about every day how you feel is so important. Also remember, guys, STD. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do in life, if you work at it methodically, it happens. You'll put it together, and it's awesome. Just work at it. That's the thing. Make forward progress every day, and as long as you do that, you'll be fine. Okay? So anyway, guys, I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope everybody's doing well. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.